another Mukorob Project gem. Jessica and Tuli have a chance encounter and wonder if they could be the one for each other. It gets complicated though, because Jessica is already engaged and Tuli, well, Tuli is her wedding planner. We're going to take a look at the trailer and we'll come back after this.
Sorry, you dropped this. I don't have anything much to do for the rest of the night, so... Hey, me, I think I met the girl, bruh.
Ooh, how romantic.
How can we help you?
I'm getting married in 4 weeks.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're still engaged?
What?
Why on earth did you decide to get a male wedding planner?
If the right woman comes along, then some of my habits will have to change.
I want you to make more of an effort.
You slept with me.
Wow.
You're still engaged?
I think I want different things now.
Looks like what?
I think we should just, put it behind us.
The director of this film is no stranger to Namibians and the industry alike. He now joins us alongside novice actress and former Miss Namibia contestant who plays Jessica, Osho Steve Shipo and Taylor Manetti. A very good evening and a warm welcome.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Why do you both seem so shy all of a sudden?
Nah, man, I mean, we are excited to be here.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I absolutely love, Osho, that this entire thing was shot at the coast. I don't think I've seen a local film that was completely shot at the coast. So why did you decide to go with that location?
It's to aid the narrative of the story. We thought it would be best shot on the coastlines, the most beautiful coastline in the country, which is obviously Swakopmund. And that adaptation, to create that glamour within the story, that fairy tale, you can only have it in a place that has the same sense as the fairy tale vibes. So Swakopmund was definitely the place of choice for us when we were busy scouting. So yeah.
Fantastic. Taylor, I refer to you as a novice actress, which you're not really, because you did have sort of acting experience, but on a much smaller scale. And I think this is your biggest role to date. And I've got so many questions. First of all, I want to say clearly, just from watching the trailer, I haven't watched the whole movie, of course. You definitely have been made for, the spotlight. You did an amazing job. And I just want to know what, the experience was like, and of course, working on a production like this. And this production, of course, is just not going to be showcased in Namibia, but it's, to the rest of Africa, to the rest of the world, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a privilege to be a part of this. I mean, from the get-go, like from the audition process and just, like from the very beginning to the very end of wrapping up, it's been such a pleasure. And obviously it's like my biggest gig yet, because I'm quite a theater actor and so on. Now I'm expanding my career outwards to Johannesburg. I'm currently living in Johannesburg. So this is definitely my pride and joy, and I'm so glad that it happened in my country, and it is on Showmax, such a big platform in so many African countries and overseas as well. So it's definitely a step in the right direction, and I'm definitely aiming on doing more.
Fantastic. Osho, you must really have a good eye for talent, because, one of your previous works of art also had a novice actress in it, and that film went on to win an award outside of the country. So talk to us about what it is that you look for, when you're casting for your films.
You see, what I always look for, there's always like a spark, a fire within the person, and you can tell. Like even with Taylor, when we auditioned, funny enough, I also auditioned 3 other former Miss Namibian, coincidentally.
Yeah.
But there was just a burning desire to really want this role. And it doesn't only stop there. Obviously, it's the delivery of emotions, the delivery of lines, and how you present yourself in that character, and then that's where I identify and say, yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Because look, at the end of the day, right, when you are when the actors or actresses are in front of the camera, you don't want them to look like they're acting.
Right.
You want them to look like they're being themselves. And this was the beauty of our casting process. I'm looking for talents who are able to be themselves in a different avatar or a different character, if I have to traditionally put it that way. So and I mean, Taylor's amazing to work with, man. She is like, wow, she's like really the one of the most talented actors I ever had to cast and stuff. So
and you know he means that, because this one shoots from the hip. He has no filter. He just says it like it is. So he really means that, and I think it's a big compliment coming from one of Novia's most renowned directors. I want to know how Jessica, your character, how she resonates with you, and of course talk to us about how you prepared for the role.
Okay, so I've an international mentor, so he's actually quite an established actor in Hollywood as well, and he kind of taught me this method of getting to know my character. It's called character research. So in the start, when I got introduced to Jessica, I wrote a 3-page character background on her, because essentially that's the actor's job, to know the intricacies of their past.
Of course.
Just so that you can better fit into that role and kind of know who you are when you step on in front of the camera. And to answer your other question, how I resonated with her, I mean, we are in a day and age where we are all kind of looking for that it thing, and young people in our country, especially like young couples, are like rushing into marriage, and I think that's the situation for Jessica. She kind of rushed into this thing because that's all she knew. David is all she knew, and she kind of got presented with this opportunity to kind of know what true feelings and love and want, and just that spark and that high school kind of sweetheart type of love that she found with Tuli. And I think a lot of people might be missing that just because they are going after the fairy tale of wanting to be married, and that's something that Jessica actually got a chance in scouting, real true love, if you will. So
Also, what is it that you want viewers to understand or take away from this film?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. What I want viewers to understand with this film is to show you how powerful and dynamic love can be. But the most important thing is we need to be sure of how we feel. And because now in today's society, especially in this country, you have a lot of people who are in relationships because they feel they're doing the right thing. But the real question is that how you feel? And what are the consequences that come from being in a situation where you're not happy, as opposed to going after what you want? There's two different consequences from that. The other one will be happiness, and the other one will end in misery, obviously. So
and I think a lot of people are afraid to take that risk to go after what they want, because what sometimes is also just so comfortable. And don't we love our comfort zones?
Yeah, we do.
Taylor, you mentioned that you're now based in Johannesburg and you're pursuing your acting career there. How's that going?
That's going very, very well. I have one of the biggest agents in Africa. They've casted from Marvel to Black Panther to everything that you can maybe think of, especially regarding African talent. So I got my agent in the start of the year a few months ago, and I'm very blessed to be there, and I just really want to carry my country on my chest and just be like, look, I want to make it big. I'm carrying Namibia with me, and I just want to show, you know, Namibian young people that kind of look up to me that your dreams are valid and that you can go after what you want. And just because acting is not a day-to-day thing that you come across like, oh, you want to be an actor? Because I got that a lot in school. Like, are you crazy for being an actor? You need to be a lawyer, a doctor, you know, just the basics of what people usually go for. But I would say step into your dreams, step into your goals, and just go after what you want. And I'm trying to prove that now. So yeah, I hope for the best.
Thank you so much for being here, Taylor and Osho. It was lovely speaking to you guys. And of course, as we know, the films are showing on Showmax, and NBC will also be playing all 13 films from the Mukorob Project. That was Osho Shipho speaking to us, well-renowned Namibian director. And of course, if you don't know Taylor Monetti, now you do, and remember that name.